Welcome to another travel product review. Today we're going to review the 60-minute city cruise with Millionaire's Homes. And the one thing I want to mention before I get started is all our reviews are favorable. What we like to do is put ourselves in the shoes of a customer visiting this listing on GetYourGuide and provide feedback of what they might be thinking when they see the pictures, they see the text, and they look at the negative reviews. We'll also put a 10-minute timer. We won't try to go past that. So let's go ahead and start that timer. Let's get started. Now, the thing I like to mention when I look at any listing is first I like to look at the title. 60-minute city cruise with Millionaire's Home. Now, this is a good title. It covers a lot. And so 60-minute city cruise with Millionaire's Home, it answers everything, and you have Miami. So there's pretty much nothing that you need more in there. And some people would put the time in there and some people wouldn't. They decided to put the time in there, but at least it gives the customer a chance to know how long the cruise is. And then one of the next things that we do is we like to look at the pictures to see if the picture supports the title, and you get an idea of what to expect. Now, I also like that they have 17 images. I like 13 to 15. That's my ideal sweet spot when it comes across pictures, but that's right there at it. So let's take a look at the pictures and see how the picture supports the title. Now, this is an awesome shot of a person looking out on the water. They are showing the Millionaire's Homes. They're showing the city skyline. More people looking at Millionaire's Homes, another Millionaire's Homes. People enjoying it. I like this shot because it shows what the boat will look like. Here, another spot. Again, another shot of what the boat looks like. This is at night, so you know that there's different times to take the cruise. That's good. Again, another night shot. People on the boat looking out. The boat leaving. Another celebrity home. People enjoying themselves. And now we're going to scroll fast. Now, the one thing I didn't see in any of this was a picture of the boat from the picture of the outside of the boat, the exterior of the boat, so I know what the boat looks like when I'm going to check in. I like to see that shot. I like to see a drone shot of the boat maneuvering in the area. And I also like to understand maybe where that boat's docked and where that ticket booth where you might want to check in. That's the only thing I like to see in the pictures, but the pictures work. And now I like to look at the activity provider as Miami Boat Cruises. And at this point, I would think that this is the operator of this tour of the boat as well. And then I kind of just glance over at the negative reviews. And before I go to the negative reviews, you can already have some expectation of what those reviews are going to be. I missed the boat. It was canceled to weather. So there's some expectations that you already know with this type of activity, what you're going to expect. But we're just going to quickly look down at some of the other things. So we looked at the images. Now we're going to look at some of the text and the details. So this was 60-minute city cruise with Millionaire's Home. And the first thing I also see is that this says an hour and a half. So there's a little, there's two differences. They're either at 60 minutes or 90 minutes. Check availability to see starting times. And you have a host or a greeter in English and Spanish. Now I like to get to this point where I like to see the different price points. Now I tell everybody, please, when you're on GetYourGuide, go through this process because they might have some other packages that they might not present, and you'll get to find those packages listed here. So they have two price points, one adult, one child, and then what you kind of do here is to see, oh, so they have a discount every day of the week. So what you know is you're getting a discount, so you hit check availability, and there's no other packages. But what I definitely like is they're showing different times from 12:30 to 9:30. And it was nice to see in the pictures that they had some nighttime shots in those pictures to match that tour time. So that's good. And then they have child and adult prices. And you can tell you can save up to 40%. And now this listing is taking advantage of GetYourGuide's itinerary. And they have starting location, water taxi, Miami shuttle, hop on, hop off service, Biscayne Bay, photo stop, water taxi, Star Island, Hibiscus Island, Brickell, water taxi, Miami Beach, Port of Miami, Sunset Isles, a ride back. So at least it gives you a little itinerary. Now the next part I like to do is look at the highlights, because the highlights is what the company's saying is the most important things that you should know when taking this tour. And we look at this, you feel the ocean breeze and soak up the sun on the cruise around Biscayne Bay. Marvel at the downtown Miami skyline and views of Miami Beach from the boat. Travel past the homes of the rich and famous and spread throughout the bay. See Hibiscus Island, Palm Island, Star Island, and the famous Venetian Islands. Gain insights into Miami's cultural tapestry for a bilingual host on board. So those are the most important things. I just saw a little spelling error, I think. It sounded it. And I always tell these companies that what you want to do is you want to go back and read it a few times. And just go back, see if it makes sense, make some changes, answer some questions that you might have gotten in the reviews. Just don't upload. Constantly tweak it, curate the photos, and make some changes. Now we're just going to glance over here. What I definitely like is that the formatting's perfect. So there's some companies that the paragraphing's not. Your eyes want to read that. They don't get tired. We're just going to glance over this. This is a lot. So we're going to experience the essence of Miami from the water as a bilingual host points out scenic, famous sights. Biscayne Bay cruise past celebrity homes. I think past, that's past in the past, where past is P-A-S-S. Celebrity homes, South Beach, Fisher Island, and Port of Miami, departing from Bayside Marketplace. Uncover this. So already when you start getting some errors, the customer might not want to finish some of the details. So we're just going to glance over, hop on board a 30-seater boat from Bayside, glide past islands, boasting residence of celebrities, Gloria Estefan. All departures before 4 p.m. allowed you to jump off at Miami Beach Marina and spend some time enjoying the sights of South Beach. That's good to know. So this is like a water taxi, a hop on, hop off. And then past the vibrant South Beach area, the exclusive residential community of Fisher Island. See, then pass by the bustling Port of Miami Beach before cruising back. So some of the text could be tweaked a little bit. Again, this just shows if you go back and you read it, you want to make some changes. And then here includes 60-minute boat cruise around Biscayne Bay, bilingual host, tips, drinks not included. And then it tells you how to get there. And then what's not allowed, luggage or large bags. Know before you go. Drinks available for purchase on the boat include beer, canned mixed drinks, water, and soft drinks. Outside food and drinks can be brought on board and can be purchased at the shops and restaurants. That's good to know. They're giving you the idea that if you want to make this like kind of like a picnic on the water, you could. So I like the fact. Now, this becomes the most important part. We got 2 minutes left. We're going to look at the reviews. I want to let you know that I do not represent this company, nor do I represent GetYourGuide. I'm simply looking at the reviews and giving feedback of what I see when I look at those reviews and what a customer might be thinking when they come across those reviews. So I want to go ahead and just pick 1- and 2-star reviews. I bought a boat trip with capacity for a few passengers. They offered a bad old boat with lots of passengers, a guide speaking a different language than the one chosen. Bad experience. That's the part I don't understand is you bought a boat trip with a capacity for a few passengers. They offered the only thing I'd like to kind of mention before is sometimes people are maneuvering boats around. Maybe the boat they're in maintenance. Sometimes Coast Guard has regulations that they have to get maintenance and take a look at it so it comes offline. So sometimes boat companies do mix the boats up. So you have to be a little bit open-minded to understand that could happen with any company. Very bad experience. The guide never introduced himself and never came, despite our hour-long wait. Now, if you said never introduced himself and never came, I'm a little confused on that. Did he come and not introduce himself? So I think that's a little bit is not clear, and that negative review gets stuck on this listing for a long time. Nightmare, cruise canceled without notice. We came on time at the right place, boat there but no captain. All three persons didn't seem to care. Lack of professionalism, avoid. Now, when it comes to boats, there is time that they could be canceled for weather and from not suitable conditions. So I'd always make sure that when you buy this ticket that you expect to get there, but you can also do your due diligence to make sure that that boat's going to go, maybe with some of the details that you get. And I'll look at one more before we take. We took the City Cruise 60-minute tour. It looks like there's a difference of name. We arrived at the check-in 15 minutes prior to departure time. At 11:30, the boat was already there, but it left and came back 10 minutes after departure time. We then waited longer for them to make some last-minute sales because the tour is not sold out. Then it stopped on the first half of the tour to refuel. I'm not sure that that makes a little bit of sense. You either are doing the tour or you're not. And so that's where some of these negative reviews shouldn't get stuck there, because there are some moving parts and you're trying to operate a safe vessel that comes across. So sometimes it has to get fuel, sometimes it has to do checkpoints, and that's just the way it goes. That's going to do it. We ran out of time. We hope that some of this is helpful, and if you found it helpful, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're looking to purchase this, we'll put a link in the video's description. Otherwise, we hope you have a fun time visiting Miami and Miami Beach.